Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be making the personalized Hershey wrapper and also a Hershey clutch. Now let's just go ahead and start. I'm in Design Space. First I'm going to look for the images I'll be working on. We're going to go ahead and click on images. And I'm going to type in wallet. No, not wallet. Purse. And I need a frame for my wrapper. And we click on enter. Let's get the purse. Oh, this is nice. Okay, where's my purse? I don't think it's under purse. I think it's under... Let me get my frame. This is the frame I'll be using for the wrapper. And let's... I forgot what name I uploaded with. If it's not under clutch, then I'll go to projects. And... okay. I can't find it there. So let me just go to projects. And I'm gonna type in here clutch. I have to organize my images. Okay, let's right here. The pebbled fox leather clutch. We click on that one and we click on customize. And let's wait for the images. Let's zoom out the screen. Oh, I forgot, guys. We can't go to projects and then go to... We cannot add an image from the actual where I went here to images and then go to projects, add a project. We have to add the project first and then go to images. And let's go ahead and get the frame. I'm just gonna do it all at once. Okay, where is my frame? Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Right here, this one. We click on the image we'll be working with and we insert images. And that's how it's done. Okay, let's set this aside. Let's work with the clutch. The clutch will be 7 by 7. And this is all we need for the Hershey purse. Let's wait for it to, let me lock it. Okay, I changed the size to 7 by 7 and I locked it. And we go ahead, now we're gonna go ahead and work with the wrapper. I don't need this till later, so we go on to the right hand side and let's just go ahead and right on this side, it's grayed out. We're just gonna go ahead and click on the eye so it can hide that image. You don't lose it, it's right back here. You go back, unclick it, and you'll see it right there. Now, let's go ahead and make this wrapper. What I do is I'll go to shapes on your left hand side, I'll insert a square. And let me size my square 5 by 5 by 6. And we lock it. Let me zoom a little bit. Okay. Where is my... Where'd you go? Somewhere right here. Let's drag it all the way over here. Okay. is better. Now, let's start with this square. This square, I want a royal blue. What I do is, in order for me to insert the pattern on this actual shape, I go to the right hand side, click where it says scissors, click on print, click on patterns. Patterns is the digital paper that you either Google it or you buy from someone on Etsy, whatever it is the situation, you'll have your patterns here on this side. So you can go down here and you can click on filters, add some filters. If you want gold, blue, whichever color, size, whatever pattern you're looking for, you filter it and then you will upload. I'm going to choose this one right here, the first one. And it will automatically fill in that square with that pattern that you're choosing. Okay, now we got that. Let's work with this little circle. Now the circle, let me size it, and it's 3.2 by 3.2. 3.2. I want my circle to have a background. Okay, 3.2, and we close it. So since I want my circle to have a background, I don't want it, if that happens, right click, move it to the front. I don't want it to have that same edge, that same background. So what I do is, again, I go to shapes on my left hand side, click on circle, and let me change, I want to change the color to a similar to royal blue. I go on the right hand side, I click on this black circle next to the scissors, and I choose my color. I'm choosing this one right here, it's almost royal blue. Okay, I take my circle, right click, send it to the front. Okay, now I'm going to size my inner circle. I want it smaller than that, than the frame, than the gold frame. So I'm going to click on that blue circle. I went here on the right hand side, clicked on the blue circle, and I'm going to size it. Let's say, let's put a 3.3. And we close it. Let's see how it looks. Let's move it around. Okay. That looks much better. So what I do is I'll highlight the image and I'm going to group it. I group it because when I move it, I want to move it in one piece. I don't want to first move the gold frame and then move the blue circle. Now, we go ahead and I'm going to add Joanelli's Sweet 16. So what I do is I click on text, and right here I'll just type in what I need, and at the very top I want to change my font, and I want my font Billionaire, so I just put the first 3 letters or first 4 letters, and I click on the font. Okay, and I want the Sweet 16 below the name. I double click in front of the S so it can open. My design space always gets slow. It always crashes, or sometimes it just shuts off by itself. Okay, let's do this again. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm going to do it again. We click on the actual letters and we double click. And we just go ahead and click on enter. And with that, oh my goodness. Okay, we click on it and then we go right here and we click on alignment and we center. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and size this so it can fit in the circle. Now we're going to size it to 2.6 by 1.3. and we lock it. Oh, it's a little bit less. Okay, I want it like a little bit. Oh, okay. And let's just go ahead and let me get the name again so I can size it. I'm gonna have to take the circle up because it's not gonna let me size it like that. Okay, let's do the width 2.4 and 1.2, and we lock it. Let's leave it there, and let's do it again. The width, keep going the width 2.1, and then the height 1.1, and we lock it. Let's move it around. Let's just go ahead and center it. Highlight the image and we align it. Let's center it. It's centered. Okay, we go right here on the right hand side, click on the name, we click on the colored circle, and I'm going to change it to white. I would have done this one as well. Okay, let's do it again, and we're going to change it to what? Both are white. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and take this image, highlight the image, and we will group it. And we take the circle, we place it on top of the square. Highlight the image and we align it. Hit center so it can be in the center. Just like this, we go ahead on your right hand side and we flatten it. Okay, now we're done. Let's bring in the purse. Click on the eye on the right hand side. So you can bring in your purse. Okay, once we're done here, we go ahead and make it. I'm going to start first with the purse. I never put the copies here because, as you guys know, if you see my other videos, I get overwhelmed with all these mats appearing here, and I need 12 of each. We're just gonna go ahead and click on continue. Okay, we're gonna set the material. Whichever material you are using, that's when you change the dial. For the clutch, I'll be using the foil poster board. So I'll just go ahead and I'm going to put it on poster board for the purse. We go ahead and insert the scoring stylus in clamp A. And then we go ahead and load the mat. Once your mat is loaded, you go ahead and press the flash button, the flashing button. And once you're done, you unload your mat and continue. For the wrapper, you click on your wrapper, you send to your printer, you click on the printer you're working with. This is where I change my copies. I'll just go ahead and, let's say I need 8 copies of each. 8 copies of that, we just go ahead and print. It'll print your 8 copies. Once your 8 copies are printed, you go back here, you set your material to cardstock, load your mat, and then you cut. Now, for the wrapper, I'm not going to cut it with the machine because it's a few of them. It's 12 of them. So I'll just go ahead and cut them by hand with my Fiskars cutter. Once we have all these images. We're just going to go ahead and come back later on, and we're going to assemble. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, now that we have all of our images cut, let's just go ahead and start to assemble the Hershey wrapper and the purse. Hershey wrapper will be like this one, and the purse will be this one. This is the foil cardstock that I use for the purse. It's thicker. Now, for the purse, I have a little embellishment. I got these at eBay. I always get my embellishments from eBay because I bid on them. Let's say 10 pieces of these will cost me 15 cents. It all depends on the bid. If the bid starts in 1 cent, well, of course you'll get it cheap, but if it starts in $1, it'll go higher and higher. I always stay under 50 cents, and I have a huge collection of different types of embellishments from eBay. Next, we have the rope. I decided the rope instead of the chain. And this one, I cut it. It comes in a roll. I bought it at AC Moore. And I cut it at 15 inches long. Okay, we have that. I have the foil paper. I bought this online from, oh, I forgot the name, foil.com if I'm not mistaken. I'll look it up and then I'll add it to the description below the video. Then I have the actual cutouts, the clutch, and the back is white. Okay, let's just go ahead and start to assemble the clutch purse. I use my tool to fold it, and you'll see your actual score lines. I don't know if you can see it on this one. You won't be able to see it that great, but wherever you see the score lines, you just go ahead and fold. That one, score line, that one, and I'll just go ahead and use my tool, and I'll just press it down. Press it down. Just press that crease down, pressing it. Okay, now once we do that, we go ahead and take our Hershey bar, which is the 1.55 ounce Hershey bar, and let's just go ahead and wrap it. I take my wrapper and I put it the long way, flat. Put the Hershey bar. Then I'll do is just bring in the sides first. Bring in the sides with your two thumbs. The two thumbs, you just form like a wall, like against, and then you go against the bar, and then you lift it. Nice and tight. Turn it around and do the same thing. Your two thumbs. Flatten it and bring it up. Okay, once you do that, small piece of tape, and you tape it down. You have a nice snugged. I love this wrapper. Okay, as you can see, I have all mine right here in the back. Okay, I did that one. Let's put this aside. Just take the actual clutch. We're going to go ahead and glue these sides. We're going to apply glue here, here, and then we glue it against the actual back. Okay. I'm using my hot glue because when it's shiny, when glossy, shiny, I don't know, whatever you want to say. What I do is when I glue it, I use hot glue because when it's glossy, cardstock glossy paper, for some reason my regular glue, it does not hold that great. So I'll just add a dab of hot glue. If it's paper, then the regular glue will hold fine with no problem. And we go ahead and as quickly etch as possible because I'm taking so long that it's already dried. Okay, we clean it up a little bit. Okay, that's great, that's fine. I'm just taking off the excess glue. Okay, we have that. It glued. Now, we take the strip and I'm just going to go ahead and twist it a little bit more because when I cut it, it untwisted. So I'm just going to go ahead and add the glue. A little bit of glue on that side, and we go ahead and we place it there. And we press it, and careful because it's hot. And we go ahead and take the other side and do the same. Add the glue and we press it. Then I'll take my Hershey bar, insert my Hershey bar, tuck it in a little bit, and we close. Okay. Now, to seal this part, what I do is sometimes I use the glue dots or the glue Velcro. I'm going to use the dots. The 3D adhesives, the dots. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply it on that little circle. Put it on that little circle. And we go ahead and close it. And then we take our embellishment. Apply hot glue on the back of the embellishment. And then you go ahead and apply it onto the clutch. Okay, let me just go ahead and clean it up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more glue on the side because earlier the glue was dry. It was a little bit dry. So there you go. That's your little beautiful clutch. Okay, we just go ahead and add that glue, and we're going to start with the wrapper. Ow. This is hot. Okay, there we go. Okay, I got it. Whoops. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and make the wrapper. Let me just go ahead and put this aside. I'll finish these later on because I want to start the wrapper. Let's get my cutter, and let me just go ahead and get my images. I left the images at the printer. I'll be right back. Okay, I have my images, and I'm just going to cut it with the office cards. Let me set that aside. I'll take 2 at a time because this is, no, 3 at a time. And we're just going to go ahead and cut it above the registration mark, of course. To me, it's easier. Well, not easier. It's faster than go ahead and loading 12 mats, unloading 12 mats, 1 at a time, because you can only fit 1 on a 8.5 by 11 paper. So this is, to me, faster. And let's just cut this one. That one. Okay. Set that aside. Okay, we have them right here. Now we already wrapped them up. Go ahead and take your wrapper, and I put it face down, put my bar in the middle, and we just go ahead and fold. Before you glue it on or make any crease on it, just make sure it's in the middle. It looks good. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Let's take a little bit from the bottom. I didn't see it centered. Okay, now it's centered. Okay, I see it centered, so I'll just go ahead and fold it back up. And I will use hot glue. I don't like using my Xyron because sometimes I don't center things right, and then with the Xyron, since it's permanent adhesive, I'm going to have a hard time. I tried and I had to rip it off because I was having a hard time. So I'll just use hot glue. It won't damage the foil, and since it's overlapping the other side of the wrapper, it won't hit the actual chocolate bar nor the foil. It will just go on the paper. So there you go. And it's nice and snugged in. You can't even move it. Okay, what I'm going to do is finish the rest, and I will post a picture at the end of the video. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, any suggestions, go ahead and comment down below. Subscribe if you're not already. I pray all of you had a wonderful holiday. I pray you have a good evening. And as usual, happy crafting.